why sensitive people are good at aging in reverse. So as sensitive people, we're good at not showing our true age. We're good at remaining youthful as we may even go through menopause. And how do we do that? There are a few things that we do as sensitive people that logical people don't always understand. And number one is that we understand the power of music. Now, I'm not just talking any old music. If you're listening to something that is really negative and reminding you of all these bad things that happened in your life or reasons why you shouldn't trust other people, these kinds of music are probably gonna make you feel a bit down. You want music that makes you feel like you're part of the community and you're living fully and enjoying your life. And often that music is the era that you grew up in. So if you grew up in the 90s, for example, 90s music might be the thing that makes you feel really alive and really youthful. Or if it's the 70s, maybe it's 70s music. It doesn't really matter what era it is, as long as you're aware of it and you listen to uplifting music that makes you feel young. That is really key to helping you age in reverse. Because when you feel young, you forget that you're actually aging. And a lot of aging happens in our minds. It doesn't actually happen in our body necessarily. And if we're thinking positively about our minds, about our bodies, then we understand that we have more control over aging than we think. Number two is meditation, but meditation in a very specific way. Meditation can make you look younger. However, if you're stressing out every time you meditate, or you're really struggling with it, or you're thinking a lot of negative thoughts when you're going into your meditation, I'm not saying it's not effective, but it won't be as effective as if you're meditating and feeling happy about your life. When you're feeling happy, joyful, grateful, or like you're having a good time, before and after you meditate, your meditation is going to be that much more powerful, that much more anti-aging, and that much more effective. So that's the kind of positive energy you want to inject into it. And that's why a lot of meditation practices are paired with gratitude practices or paired with envisioning the perfect day or prayer. It's because it gives that meditation a powerful boost to put you in a positive space that's going to guard against you ruminating or negatively thinking about something while you're in that meditative state. And it can get frustrating sometimes when you're meditating if you're trying to go for a long time. It's good to challenge yourself, but if you're really forcing yourself and you don't feel good about it, not only are you potentially not getting the most out of your meditation, but you're also more likely to give up on it. And then number three is you're really cautious about your thoughts and the language that you speak about yourself and to yourself. And we've kind of referred to that in the meditative space a little bit, but I'm just going to express it more clearly here. Whatever you think about yourself, whatever words you use on yourself is either going to age you or keep you young. So if you're thinking about the latest fashion or activities that you really enjoy, that really challenge you, make you grow in good ways. For example, I really like doing aerial silks and challenging my body to move and work out in different ways in order to do the different moves. These sorts of activities are really going to keep you young because it's keeping your body and your brain cells nimble. It's allowing you to grow and learn new things like you would when you were a young person. If you exercise your brain and you exercise your body, they're more likely to keep their youthful energy and they're more likely to last longer and give you more support throughout your life. Too many people are worried about their age and worried about their body not being as good as it used to be, or their minds are not being as good as it used to be. And the important thing is to keep exercising your mind and your body rather than worrying about the chronological age, because when you exercise, the physical age of your organs can be younger than what they might be if you were 20 years old and drinking and smoking. And by the way, drinking and smoking is a funny one because I recommend that you don't do that on the one hand. On the other, there are people who have aged and they've been continually smoking, partying, and drinking, and the reason why they stay young, it's because that smoking, drinking, partying lifestyle reminds them of who they were when they were in their 20s. Okay, so even doing something negative sometimes, if it reminds you of being young, can help you preserve your youthful energy. That's how powerful it is to do things that remind you that you are young. It can even overcome the negative health side effects of doing things like alcohol and smoking. Now, ideally, you don't want to do those things and you want to be youthful and fun and feeling powerful. But having said that, if you're trying to stay young and healthy and you've got those habits, then maybe think of them as working for you like you're 20 years old. And believe it or not, a lot of people do age gracefully, even with crazy habits like that. Never judge people who are engaging in habits like that. You just never really know what's going inside their mind. And while it may not work for you, you never know what another person's journey is actually like. Now, my final reason why sensitive people are better at aging in reverse than logical people, it's because we don't accept these negative cultural norms that our society promotes, like after 30, it's really difficult to get pregnant, or after your first marriage, it's really difficult to fall in love again, or you're more likely to get divorced. We don't accept those common narratives. We understand that our lives are our own to create, and if something bad does happen, we can take responsibility for that and learn the life lesson that we don't have to be a victim of logic and statistics, that we use our spirit and our intuition to shape our lives the way that we intend to shape our lives. And we do that through our meditative practices by speaking kindly to ourselves, by exercising our minds and our bodies. And when we're able to engage in those healthy, happy activities, we understand that we stand a much better chance of achieving our goals and dreams in life rather than becoming a victim of the logical culture. The bottom line is never worry about your chronological age, just focus on being happy, and then you will never have aged a day in your life. This advice is so powerful that some people have overcome even serious illnesses doing these tips. So don't underestimate the power of meditation, positive thinking, and surrounding yourself with happy memories. Watch the happy TV shows that you loved as a kid. Listen to the happy music, or read the happy magazine or comic books or whatever you did as a kid, and you will preserve more of your youth.